It's award presentation time, and the secret code word is award. It is truly an honor to present the Dean CRAIN Memorial Award to two different winners. Dean CRAIN was a longtime volunteer whose personal integrity and standards of excellence are embodied in this award. It is granted to individuals or groups who make a unique and lasting contribution to the development of the Huntington Society of Canada at the regional and/or national levels of the organization, and who show extraordinary perseverance and leadership in carrying out the HSC mission. The recipients will also have demonstrated vision and commitment to HSC's mandate and selfless dedication to the Huntington disease community. The first recipient I'll describe is an individual who is a monthly donor, a member of HD COPE, and has put in years of service. From coordinating Amaryllis sales in their area to being a top fundraiser nationwide for the 2022 National Walk, as well as frequently a top fundraiser for the Peterborough chapter, they are forced to be reckoned with. It is my pleasure to announce Rob Laycock, past president of the Peterborough chapter, as the recipient of the Dean CRAIN Memorial Award.
Hello friends, I'm Rob Laycock in Peterborough. It's a great honor and I'm deeply grateful to be named this year's recipient of the Dean CRAIN Memorial Award. I met Dean many years ago at convention. He challenged himself to be a devoted HD warrior, and his legacy should inspire all of us to support the Huntington Society, find new treatment, and a cure.
The Dean CRAIN Memorial Award also goes to another group of worthy recipients. This team has been tireless in their energy and enthusiasm for fundraising and event management, and they are always willing to share their stories through interviews and presentations. In the first 5 years of their involvement with the HSC and the event they manage, they have raised over $250,000. That's $250,000. The time this crew spends on thoughtful planning to make sure that their amazing event truly feels like a family reunion pays off in both donations. This year's tally was the highest yet at $67,000, as well as goodwill. May I present the Southern Alberta Hope Run Committee, including Jenna Scott, Rachel Tuck, and Brittany Van Norman as recipients of the Dean CRAIN Memorial Award.
On behalf of the Southern Alberta Hope for a Cure Committee, including Jenna, Rochelle, and myself, Brittany, we are so happy to be recognized for the Dean CRAIN Memorial Award. We took over to organize the 10th annual Hope for a Cure Run and Walk, and next year we will be celebrating our 15th annual event. We are so grateful to all the participants, donors, volunteers, family, and friends who helped make this event possible. Being able to support the Huntington Society of Canada has been such a meaningful experience to us. Thank you so much for this incredible honor.
The National Award of Merit at the corporate level recognizes a corporation or organization that has contributed significantly to the HSC. The recipient has given either a major contribution, whether financial or the provision of a pro bono service or support to any of HSC's program areas, or has played a unique role and/or significant voluntary role in HSC's work. The recipient at the corporate level is Dreamcasters Society, headed by Tom Adams, an Alberta businessman who has used his personal savings to found this not-for-profit organization. This company helps people with chronic illnesses or disabilities leave their worries on shore for a few hours. They have generously provided fishing day trips to HSC over the past 5 years. Our Alberta HD families, including Gene Positive, at-risk, and caregivers, have had the pleasure of being guests on Dreamcasters and Alberta manager Barry Dillon for a day on the water. A minimum of 4 of these all-expense-paid trips are allocated to HSC every year. We have heard that those who have attended from our HD family have had a wonderful time. Thank you, Dreamcasters Edmonton.
Thank you very much, Greg and Bertie, for this very nice bouquet of flowers in recognition of the Corporate Award of Merit that was awarded to Dreamcasters Society. And we really appreciate this. This is something that we strive for to get people out with us on the boat and enjoy a day of fishing and put a smile on their face. And this is really nice recognition. And on behalf of Tom and Mark and Mike and Bill and myself, we really appreciate this. And I just want to say again, thank you very much for the award. It's very much appreciated.
And well deserved.
Thank you, Barry, for all the stuff you do.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
The Brighter Futures Award recognizes a youth, 35 years and under, for outstanding achievements helping HSC in supporting families, educating communities, and raising awareness for HD. The recipients have typically dedicated more than 2 years of involvement to one or more of the following areas: fundraising, volunteering, and/or raising awareness and education activities. The recipient demonstrates a passion for a brighter future for the HD community at large. This year's recipient grew up in an HD family that recognized the importance of being involved in the community. The individual is passionate about raising awareness for HD and encouraging younger generations to get involved in events, fundraising, and volunteerism. They spent their formative years attending YPAD days. Approaching youth and young adulthood, they took on more active roles with HSC by volunteering as the youth coordinator with the Manitoba chapter and serving on the YPAD executive as their first ever youth engagement coordinator. The recipient is also a mentor with HSC's Youth Mentorship Program. I'm proud to announce that this year's Brighter Futures Award goes to Mackenzie Remillard.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Remillard, and I'm greatly honored to accept the Brighter Future Award for volunteers under the age of 35. I am extremely humbled and grateful for this opportunity. Thank you so much, HSC.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Wright and I'm a director of the Huntington Society of Canada. Today, it's my honor to present the Michael Wright Community Leadership Award. This award is named after my father, who spent much of the 80s and 90s raising awareness and money in the fight against HD. The award is presented annually to an individual who's made an extraordinary difference locally, regionally, or nationally for those living with HD. It is my pleasure to announce this year's award winner, Mac Erno, the most deserving honoree. Mac has worked tirelessly at all levels of community involvement. He's been president of the Peace County chapter for 10 years, and his annual Ride for a Cure has raised over $750,000 since 2013, which is just amazing. Mac joined the national board in 2013, became vice chair, and then finally chair in 2019, and he currently sits on the board as past chair. Mac, you've served our community faithfully with great impact, and you're most deserving of this community's highest honor. On a personal note, it's been good to get to know you, and on behalf of all of us, thank you very much and congratulations.
All right, so I'm here with Bernie, and she's just presented me with the Michael Wright Community Leadership Award. What a great honor. The Huntington Society is near and dear for me, and I appreciate the recognition. It's totally unnecessary, but very much appreciated. I've had the honor of working with, I didn't know Michael, but I do know many of the Wrights. I've had the honor of working with them on the board, a number of the family members, and I've gotten to know them fairly well. So it's a great honor and appreciate it. Thank you to the Wright family, and hopefully everybody has a great conference. Thank you.
It's time for another secret code. This one is merit. The National Award of Merit recognizes an individual who has contributed significantly to HSC at a national level. The recipient demonstrates commitment to HSC's mission and goals at a national level and has provided either a major contribution to any of the HSC's areas or played a unique or significant voluntary role in HSC's work. The following two recipients have truly inspired others, raised funds, spread awareness, and are passionate advocates for the Huntington disease community. One is a tireless Amaryllis volunteer, even though HD has made it increasingly difficult for her to communicate about the campaign and her story. Still, she inspires. As a pair, they speak with media outlets. They have shared their story on social media and via photos and an article in the Horizon newsletter. They make time for these interviews because they know how important it is to get the word out. They support others, even as they themselves need support. They are Sharon and Chuck Guerra from Burlington, selfless volunteers who do so much for HSC and the cause.
Being nominated for this Volunteer Award of Merit was quite an unexpected surprise.
Sharon and I are honored to be the recipients of this award and to be recognized by the Huntington Society. Thank you so much.
We are back for some more award presentations. The secret code word is amaryllis. The Dorothea Smith and Stan Edwards Award recognizes long-term commitment and leadership on behalf of individuals and families facing Huntington disease. This award is in memory of Dorothea Smith and Stan Edwards, two of the founding members of the Huntington Society of Canada. The honor can be granted based on local or national efforts. Our first recipient has been heralded as an ambassador, fundraiser, and volunteer for Huntington disease. Her amaryllis sales are legendary. She is committed to education through the passionate and memorable presentations she gives to Government of Canada employees. To date, she has fundraised $23,000 via more than a decade of participation in walks and runs in Ottawa. A standing member of the Ottawa chapter, Valerie Nab is the recipient of the Dorothea Smith and Stan Edwards Award.
Hi, it's Valerie Nab here in Ottawa. As you can see, I'm in my garage with a few amaryllis. I'd like to say a huge thank you for receiving the Dorothea Smith and Stan Edwards Volunteer Award. I'm the Volunteer Amaryllis Coordinator and Treasurer with the Ottawa chapter of the Huntington Society of Canada, and I also do public speaking with health partners as part of the Government of Canada Charitable Workplace Campaign. I do this to raise awareness of Huntington disease. Huntington disease is in my family. My mother June, my brother Roger, and my sisters Louise and Trudy all died of Huntington disease, and that's why I've been involved for years. And I'd like to encourage everyone to get involved in the Huntington Society of Canada, to get involved in your local chapter, to sell a few amaryllis. And I do say it's very rewarding being involved, and thank you again for the award.
The Dorothea Smith and Stan Edwards Award is also being given to an individual with an impressive and inspiring legacy of leadership, serving on the HSC board from 2014 to 2020. She has been described as welcoming, outgoing, and passionate about the cause. Noted for her amazing abilities to coordinate a chapter, fundraise, and raise awareness with local media outlets, community organizations, and beyond, this recipient has also been praised for her constant dedication to expanding the reach of her chapter and gaining new members as a Saskatchewan chapter president on and off for nearly 20 years. I am honored to announce that the recipient of the Dorothea Smith and Stan Edwards Award is June Nickel from the Saskatchewan chapter.
Hello, my name is June Nickel, and I just want to thank everyone for granting me the Dorothea Smith and Stan Edwards Award. Thank you once again.
The Milestone Communications Award highlights a chapter or active area that has truly raised awareness through attracting local media coverage, performing public speaking engagements, or sharing information via displays or other channels. The recipients this year are a newer chapter whose achievements include organizing flag raisings in 2019 with local government members and a film crew in attendance, as well as hosting a community education forum. In spite of having to contend with the pandemic in their quest to become a chapter, they are consistently active on social media and their website, sharing information and awareness. To our Newberry chapter, congratulations on receiving the Milestone Communications Award.
Hi Canada, it's Steve Beattie and Joanne Katari from the Barrie chapter. We're enjoying a beautiful fall day, and we just received news that we received a Communications Award from the Huntington Society. We're very, very thankful for that. And to everyone involved and everyone across the country, thanks again for thinking of us, and enjoy the rest of the conference. Bye from Barrie.
Attention, the code word is fundraising. Up next is the Milestone Fundraising Award, which recognizes a chapter or active area for outstanding achievement in fundraising over the preceding 2 years. When selecting the recipient, emphasis has been placed on the development and successful execution of an annual fundraising initiative, as demonstrated by a combination of revenue generated, revenue growth, participation in national programs, successful local marketing of fundraising events, and the ability to build local partnerships in support of fundraising projects. The chapter honored this year was founded in the very early days of HSC and maintains a roster of successful fundraising initiatives, including amaryllis sales and leveraging partnerships with third parties such as the local insurance brokers and their Rotary Club. The Manitoba Runners Association promotes their walk, which was virtual last year, raising $14,000, and returned to in-person this year, raising $18,000. Their HD 500, which continued during COVID, raised $25,000 in 2021 and $13,000 in 2022. Finally, let's not forget that this chapter managed to raise over $20,000 per year, even during a pandemic, for a signature event that started 27 years ago. Yes, we are talking about the astonishing success of the annual Huntington's Indie Go-Kart Challenge. The Milestone Fundraising Award goes to the Manitoba chapter. Congratulations.
We are pleased to accept this award, Milestone Award for Fundraising, from the Huntington Society of Canada on behalf of the Manitoba chapter.
The Chairs Award recognizes an individual for innovative and lasting contributions to the development of the Huntington Society of Canada at a local, regional, or national level. This award is presented to someone who contributes to make a difference to the lives of people affected by Huntington disease. The recipient is chosen by the chair of the HSC Board of Directors, and it is my pleasure to present this award. This year's honoree has demonstrated a breadth of involvement in areas including online fundraising, raising awareness through social media, event participation, the youth mentorship program, and leadership on the YPAD executive from 2018 to 2022. She has been involved with the Saskatchewan chapter for several years, managing social media for that chapter as well as YPAD at the same time, growing followers and extending reach. She serves as a community ambassador for online auctions as the original Facebook action organizer for HSC starting in 2016, running for 4 years and raising nearly $20,000. She is instilling core community values in her own daughter as well, supporting her successful and heartwarming Sophie's Keychains fundraiser. Always ready to help, listen, pitch in, and contribute, we are extremely lucky to have such an incredible volunteer on our team. This year, I would like to congratulate Lisa Pollock, this year's recipient of the Chairs Award. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Lisa Pollock. It is such an honor to receive this year's Chairs Award at the National Virtual Conference. I would like to extend my thanks and sincere gratitude to Bryn and the Huntington Society of Canada. I can't wait to see everyone soon.
Hello everyone, I'm Ariel Walker, one of the co-founders of the Huntington Society of Canada. The final award to be presented is the Ariel and Ralph Walker Founders Award, given to an individual volunteer. The recipient will have made a unique and lasting contribution to the development of the Huntington Society of Canada at both the national and regional levels of the organization, and exemplifies qualities highly valued by the Huntington Society founders and community. The recipient has also demonstrated leadership in the growth and development of the Society and its programs, vision and commitment to the Society's mandate, selfless dedication to Huntington's disease community, personal integrity and standards of excellence, and the service to the Society over a lengthy period of time. This year's recipient ticks every single box and then some. He served on the Huntington Society Board of Directors from 2015 to 2021. He is generous with his time and expertise, always willing to speak at YPAD Day, education forums, and conferences. He has been actively involved in local fundraising and educational events held by the Toronto chapter. He has dedicated his life's work to supporting and solving Huntington's disease, including a career spanning 3 decades as a dedicated and compassionate clinician specializing in this disease. He also provided much needed clinical expertise for underserved areas, including North Bay and Sudbury, eventually treating 4 generations of HD families there. Passionate about research, this individual's clinic was one of the sites with the highest recruiting rate for clinical trials. It is an absolute honor to recognize the work, dedication, and passion of one of our very best, Dr. Mark Gutman.
I would like to thank the Huntington Society of Canada and members of the Huntington's community in Canada for honoring me with the Ralph and Ariel Walker Founders Award. I had a very special relationship with Ralph, and I remember him fondly. He had a big impact on Huntington's disease around the world, not just in Canada. I'd like to thank the Huntington Society for continuing to honor his memory for this award and to continue the spirit and values that Ralph had offered to not only keep the hope for Huntington's patients, but also to support families, which is a really important component of what we do at the Huntington Society. Thank you again.